Okay, welcome to our open house today. And this is University of District of Columbia School of Business and Public Administration. And right now we have four concentrations: management, marketing, management information systems, logistics and transportation, and business analytics oncoming. Okay, and today we just want to show you what about them, give you detailed information about them, why you want to choose business management, why you prefer to choose marketing, and why you choose management information systems, and why you choose logistic and transportation. And we will show you the detailed information to you. The first, today I'm going to show you the management. Dr. Avner, are you ready?
Yeah, why not? I'm ready.
Okay. Do you have PowerPoint slides to present or?
I actually don't have a PowerPoint, and I think, but I'll just present, and then my colleagues. I think Professor Gaston has PowerPoint. I think. So, anyways, everybody, welcome. And I see new students: Arlene, Lanika, and who else is here? Philip. Welcome to the University of the District of Columbia, our virtual campus at the school. And Dean Moore, thank you so much for joining us. Um, and since we're such a small audience, do you guys have any questions for us? So maybe perhaps you have specific questions. Well, really, um, let me give you some pause and see if you have any questions. You can post them in the chat, or you can actually ask them, because so few of you, so we might as well just answer direct questions about our what I think is one of the most terrific universities in the Washington D.C. area, and then we'll go and introduce you to every major and concentration that we have.
Hold on. Well, may I just jump in because I have another meeting coming up, so I need to cut off, go. I would like to welcome everybody. Thanks actually for all the faculty and the chair to be there, and those of you who are interested in our program. I'm going to be very brief, but I actually, yesterday I read an article. It was just yesterday, so fresh on my mind, and I shared that with our president actually. That it was about actually the state of economy, the impact of COVID, and how people suffer. Something that stood up actually, based on the research, it's not just made up thing, is that the people who suffered most were people with no college degree. This is a fact. I mean, not that it didn't come as a surprise. We know that historically, but still, when something like this, happens, so you are smart that you're looking into getting your college degrees and moving up even maybe further. So it's very significant that people especially coming from high school come to the college and get their degrees, and if they are at college, continue on the path they have. The question comes that is college degree better or not, which absolutely it is. So we must have it. Then comes the selection. So what kind of a degree, what kind of a thing you want. Part of it is what you like to do, obviously. If you enjoy certain areas, certain fields, that would be your prerogative, we'll have that. But always we have to think of the second part of it. What am I going to do with it? Where am I going to end up? Now, there are degrees like, science, engineering, that, always, are on the top of the list, and business. Historically and by data and fact, it has been proven that, people with a business degree have much more higher chance to be employed, to be successful, and to be happy for the rest of their life. So that is a given fact. Whether you like to be an artist or other things, that's one thing, but we always have to think also about life and reality. One of my always sarcastic things was, all my life I have said that you hear a lot about sales going on. I was saying, it says starving artist sales, because that's basically figurative thing they say. A starving artist, artists that they have, selling their arts and everything else. Have you ever heard of, starving business, starving accountant, starving finance? No, no, we haven't. Yeah, so you can see where I'm going with it. So good luck, with your information session, and I'm sure they will, guide you through all the questions and, maybe, information you may need. And I hope we'll see you on campus in the fall, which more and more I see that actually that's the way it's going to be, meeting on campus. And we love to see you in person as well. Have a good day, and I go now tend my other businesses, that are waiting in line for me. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. And bye.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. So next, we're going to transfer.
Should I continue, Jan? Or what?
Yeah, you can continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. I'll be fairly very brief and introduce you to the general set of programs that our, I think, unique and university offers. And if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt. I'll share my screen. I'm not particularly in love with PowerPoint, but sort of show you a whole variety of current programs and programs that are going to come online in the fall of 2021. As you see, about half of our faculty members have joined, and I'm actually really proud. We're a very young school, and we have very vibrant and energetic faculty members. Dr. Wa, Dr. Arora, Dr. Anshu Arora, Professor Raquel Gaston, Professor Shu, Professor Wu. We're all excited. We work well together, and you'll be on a very vibrant and energetic, right in the center of Washington, D.C. So let me share my screen and sort of show you what we are in. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can say yes.
Okay, so this is our department and this is our school's website, and then I'll briefly introduce you to every program that we have, and then pass it to my colleagues who will tell you more a little bit about our program. So here is Dr. Wa, our administrative assistant, Monique Conquest, and here is a variety of different programs that we have. And just to briefly show you this website, it has all of the pictures of our faculty members. We work really well together. We love our students, and so you can familiarize, and when you go on campus, you'll meet and work with every faculty. Regarding the programs, we actually have more programs, and they're all always expanding. So the main program that we have is BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration in Management, and you can take a look at the sort of the courses that you will be taking as part of your curriculum. So you'll be taking, for example, managerial accounting, principles of microeconomics, introduction to management, marketing, finance, organizational behavior, HR, entrepreneurship, leadership, capstone projects, a whole variety of modern classes that you'll find very useful and applicable to your careers. Another very exciting career, I think, in this area in the world today is MIS, and it's a business management with MIS. I particularly like this, and so you'll be this particular concentration. You'll be taking programming classes, internet programming, business systems analysis and design, internet telecommunications, and all of the classes and adjacent with this program. Marketing is another exciting area, and Dr. Arora will expand more on that, as her primary concentration is marketing, and you'll be taking courses that are focused on marketing, digital marketing, and anything that's related to that. And then we have a whole set of new and innovative, and thank you Dr. Amit Arora and Dr. Anshu Arora for introducing this. They've designed brand new programs called Logistics and International Trade Concentration within the Department of Management and Accounting as well. And so if you open this, it's a brand new program that is funded by the National Science Foundations, as I understand, and my colleagues will expound on that. You can get scholarships in this program. You can actually become an ambassador for this program, and you'll be taking a set of courses and graduating with a degree in business management and concentration in logistics and international trade. And we have a variety of flavors. You can mix and match different concentrations, so you can have dual concentration in lit and marketing and lit and MIS, for example, and it's just a same number of almost the same number of classes, and you'll be receiving focusing on 2 concentrations. And another degree that we currently have and developing further that Professor Gaston is going to expand on, that's Professor Was and Professor Gaston's baby, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality. And we're working together with the community college. So if you're completely not interested in MIS, but you're really interested in hotel, tourism, this is a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management. You take classes and graduate in all of those degrees. Now, after you've graduated with all of those degrees, that doesn't end there. You can continue education, continue into our MBA program, which is also very exciting. And all the courses are offered at night, so you can continue education, receive MBA from our school. And let me figure out how to stop sharing. So all of the degrees are related, and we're really excited to work with you. In other areas that I didn't show to you, we have an advising center, so we have a fully staffed support center that will help you Monday through Friday. So if you have any, somebody calling, and we can you can call from a phone, you can call on Skype, you can have a Zoom video conference Monday through Friday, basically during normal working hours. And so if you have any questions about any of those degrees, I'll pass it on to my colleagues and they'll tell you more about their concentration that they actually have developed, and I'm really proud for them. So Professor Gaston, I think, spent about 3 years developing the hospitality degree. Both Dr. Aroras have worked really hard and with the National Science Foundation on their degrees. Professor Wa where are you? Professor Y actually spent several years developing the MIS degree as well as business analytics degree, which is Bachelor of Science with a concentration in business analytics, coming online, I believe, in the fall of this year, and we'll have a variety of other degrees hopefully coming up. So come and join us, become our students, work with us, and hopefully we'll welcome you on campus in the fall or perhaps the spring of next year. And Professor Gaston, who is next presenting the variety of different concentrations?
I think Dr. Hua is making the decision as to our next presenter.
I think no. I will let today's hostess, Dr. Brown Gaston, to take over.
Okay.
Can I go next, please?
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, I have a meeting at 10:30, so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Dr. Ivanov. Thank you, Dr. Hua. Thank you, Dr. Gaston. Good morning, everyone. I'm Amit Arora. I'm an associate professor of supply chain management, and I'll be giving you the information about the newest concentration, that's logistics and international trade. Let me just share my screen with you all. I have a couple of slides that I would like to share. All right, can everyone see my slides?
Yes, right. Perfect, great.
All right. Okay, so I just introduced myself. So SCM actually stands for supply chain management, right? So logistics is a part of supply chain management, and hence the name of the new concentration, logistics and international trade. So it's a very unique concentration that we started in spring of 2020, just last year. That was the first time we offered this concentration, and we have had a steady stream of students who are joining this concentration. This is one of the unique concentrations in the DC area. If you look at majority of schools in the vicinity, they all have maybe, some will have a supply chain management program. Some will have an international business program. So we thought that why not marry these two and come up with a unique concentration, which is called logistics and international trade. We submitted a proposal to National Science Foundation. They really saw the worth in it, what we'll be bringing to the table, something unique in the DC area and the DMV area. And we got funded by National Science Foundation to start this whole project, this new program at UDC at SBPA. So this is a very interdisciplinary concentration that we started. We have professors, not just from the School of Business, but also from the School of Engineering, which are involved in starting this concentration. We've had students, not just from the School of Business, but also from the School of Engineering. From this, we have a biology major in this concentration. So it's very, very interdisciplinary. And the next few slides
Good
are
morning, dear.
how we can,
I'm all right. How are you?
what courses we actually offer in the,
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to happen in either order.
I think someone's mic is on.
You're good to go now, Dr. Ron.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. So here you can see some of the professors who are involved. Dr. Behra and Dr. Lei Wang from the School of Engineering. They are part of this program. Then, of course, we have Dean Mo, who was just here, and Dr. Anshu Arora, and myself. You see all of these in the picture. We have professors from finance, Dr. Alex Tan, analytics, Dr. Frank Xu, Dr. Naza Ghali, who teaches entrepreneurship. So it's a very, very multidisciplinary concentration that we have started. So it's very unique in a couple of ways. One, it's very interdisciplinary. It is open not just for the School of Business majors, but also all across the campus. So any student, whether he or she is in engineering or in sciences or in causes, can register for this concentration. Dr. Ivanov, he is a great supporter of this program. Dr. Anu, so we are all a part of this program. Now, the courses that we offer. So another great thing about this concentration is that without increasing the number of credit hours, you can earn this concentration too. For example, if you're a management major, you have about 121 credits you need to earn in order to graduate as a management major. If you want to add this concentration, you do not increase the number of credit hours. It still stays at 121 hours because in that 121 hours, you also have to take some management electives, and you can take courses which are listed over here. A brief breakdown of the courses that you need to take for this concentration. So there are 4 courses that you need to take. One is a mandatory course. So that's from the Stream 1 Global Logistics stream. And the course that is taught in this stream is Global Logistics and Supply Chain Management. This course is a mandatory course for this concentration, and it's offered every semester. So if any student is graduating in spring or in fall, and they just need to take this mandatory course, it is offered over there, right? Some things in this course, one high point of this course is that we teach our students SAP software. So SAP is an ERP software, enterprise resource planning software, which is used in the industry all across the globe. SAP, it's a German company, and they are one of the biggest providers of this ERP software all across the globe. So there are 2 main competitors. One is SAP and one is Oracle. We have partnered with SAP. So UDC is a part of the SAP University Alliance, which means that we have access to that SAP software, the same software that's used in the industry by the industry professionals. We have the same software that we teach the students. So the advantage for the students is that, they have hands-on experience on this software. And if any company is using this SAP software, it just gives the students an edge in the job market. So we teach the materials management module, the sales and distribution module, and also the production planning module in this SAP software. So that's a great value add for the students who register for this concentration. Apart from this mandatory course, the students have to take 3 more courses from a list of courses right over here. One more thing we've done in this concentration is we have introduced a study abroad course. We have launched it, but unfortunately, because of the world getting shut down, we have not been able to take our students anywhere. But we do have tie-ups with at least 2 universities worldwide. One in UK, Nottingham Trent University, and one in China, Beijing Chemical Technology University. So we have tie-ups with them. As soon as the world opens up, we should be able to offer the study abroad program for students, either in summer or maybe we can think about winter too. So as you can see, so these are the courses. And again, these list of courses, these are already a part of your management major, right? So it really makes sense if you're a management major, then without increasing the number of credits, you just go in for this concentration. And I know Dr. Ivanov, he was showing the course guides. So very detailed course guides he has prepared, which really guides you if you are a finance major, or if you are you want to do 2 concentrations. So how do you really go by that? Adding lit and marketing along with management, or along with MIS, or with business analytics, or with hospitality management. How you can really have like more than 1 concentration, more than 1 major. So yeah, and then we have a streamlined system. If there are existing students, they would like to add this concentration. How do you go about it? So you can get in touch with either Dr. Anshu Arora. Her email is right here, or you can get in touch with me. My email was I'll just put it in the chat box too. So just send an email, and we have a very streamlined process for registering students in this concentration. And I would like to add that if you're going in the industry and you have a logistics concentration on your transcript, it gives you an edge. Why? Because these days, I mean, if you look anywhere, especially in the pandemic, everyone is talking about supply chains, right? So there is a shortage, a dearth of good supply chain professionals in the industry, not just in the US, but all over the world, right? Because our supply chains are global these days. So there is a shortage of good professionals. So if you have this, you're going to have an edge in the job market for sure. Right. So yeah, thank you very much. Here is my email right here, amit.arora@udc.edu. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We have a wonderful team at SBPA. We have small class sizes. So our professors, they know the students by name, right? Which is not there in large schools where some teaching assistant is taking classes. So a very wonderful faculty, very helpful for students, and we have an open door policy for any student. Right? So it's a great opportunity for you all. Right, I'm going to stop sharing. Any questions, or we can move on to the next presenter. Dr. Hua, how do you want to do it?
Thank you so much, Dr. Arora, for your presentation. As Dr. Arora had mentioned in a previous presentation, supply chain is everything. Each time you go to your computer and you order something from Amazon and your doorbell rings, that is supply chain. In the midst of COVID, when tissue was like the rarest of items, all of that was supply chain. And so the thing about this is that if something happens in Egypt, it affects someone who lives in Washington, D.C., because we're all we're all a part of that chain. So thank you so very much, Dr. Arora. We are absolutely grateful for your presentation. And now we're going to go on to Dr. Anshu Arora for her presentation in marketing. Thank you, Dr. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Gaston, and welcome everyone to the Management Open House. I hope you all can hear me. Let me just share my screen. I'm the marketing professor here. So obviously my job here is to introduce marketing to you guys. Hopefully can you all see my screen at the moment? All right, thank you. So once again, welcome to the open house, and I'll try to introduce marketing to you all. I am Anshu Arora. I'm the Associate Professor of Marketing and the Director of Logistics and International Trade Analytics Center of Excellence that's funded by the National Science Foundation at the School of Business and Public Administration, UDC. Again, I have to talk about it. This is something which I'm very happy to be associated with, especially for the students. Because we have now the STEM business focused lit concentration on logistics and international trade concentration that was just introduced by Dr. Amit Arora. And obviously this has really enriched our students in big ways. And I'll tell you more as we go ahead. Of course, we have the journal that we just started. I think it's now been there for 2 years. And this journal, again, it's all about faculty sponsored undergraduate student research. So we have one of the reasons that NSF has collaborated with the UDC School of Business Public Administration is because they want us to do research, and especially our students to be involved in research with the faculty. And this particular journal that we have, it's called International Marketing and Management Research Series. This is housed in the UDC School of Business and Public Administration. And this journal is actually published not by the UDC, but it's published by Palgrave Macmillan or Springer Nature of United Kingdom. So obviously we have an external body publishing our student work, and that really makes us very proud. And again, one more reason that we are happy that our students are involved in interdisciplinary STEM business focused research. This is more information. We have had like 8 volumes published for this particular journal series so far. And now let me jump on to my marketing discipline, right? So I'm hoping you all are interested in marketing. You want to know more about marketing. So one of the courses that we teach in marketing is international marketing. This course is very, very, I won't say very popular, but I would definitely say it means a lot to my students because we do something called X Culture in this particular program or in this particular international marketing program. This X Culture is sponsored by the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. What we do, or what UNC does with us as a collaborating partner, is that we have our students participating in this particular project, both BBAs and MBAs, and they actually partner with the students from different parts of the world. So as we speak right now, we have about 10,000 students who participate over a particular semester as 2 cohorts, and they come from 100 plus universities, 50 plus countries, 6 continents covered across the globe. So it's really a huge group of students who participate and who actually compete in this project. Now, what are we supposed to be doing? Well, the students work with the other students. So let's say we have UDC students. So one UDC students will then be paired with, let's say, 5 other students. So as a team of students, as consultants to a real life company who's actually operating in some other part of the globe. So let's say the UDC student would be collaborating with a student from China, from Japan, from someone from Europe, France, Germany, and then countries from Latin America. So in the particular team of students, we'll have 5 students who come from different parts of the globe. They will be working on a real life company, which is again operating in a different part of the globe and coming up with the international business plan and international marketing solutions for that company. And the solutions can be, let's say the company has a new product and they're looking for a new market. And the student team will actually be, debating on that and figuring out which world market can a company enter. So can they enter an African market? And if, again, in Africa, which part of Africa do you want the country to do business with? What are the entry mode strategies? Will it be a strategic alliance with a local partner? Will it be a joint venture? Will it be a takeover? So all those big international marketing, international business solutions are actually discussed in that team of 5 people who come from different parts of the globe. And this team of 5 people, they have the cultural differences, they have the time zone differences, and the students manage this beautifully. So every year when I have my international marketing course, I give my students a choice. I always tell them, okay, we will have this X Culture project, but let's say if you don't want to do it, because I understand, not everyone can handle, let's say, cultural differences or all the sensitivities that comes with the culture. So we have a different project for those students. But every time, 100% of my class participate and successfully complete X Culture project with the UNC or University of North Carolina. So I'm very proud of my students for the reason that they choose to be a part of the project and then they successfully complete the project. At the end, they get the Global Collaboration Virtual Certificates or Global Virtual Collaboration Certificates from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro after a successful completion. Sometimes, and I think it has happened more than 2 times now, our students, when they work in the teams for the real life companies get interested in a particular team, and they even offer them internships to work with those companies. And that's something the students can follow up after the project gets over. So something, again, a huge opportunity for our students. The next thing here is the social media marketing class that I normally teach. In this social media marketing class, we cover all these social media sites. So normally we tell our students not to go on Facebook when you're there in my class, right? But this is a class where I tell my students to be on the social media, to explore social media as much as they can. Be on Instagram, be on LinkedIn. Try to find out the differences between Pinterest and Twitter or Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, YouTube, right? So the students enjoy this class. Again, as a part of the class, we have something called the social media marketing simulation with student. And the student at the end, they really work on a company, on a real life company again, and they come up with the social media marketing solutions. And finally, they get the certificate of completion and of participation and engagement for the social media marketing simulation. The other thing is the advertising and promotion management course that I teach. In this course, it's all about advertising, right? So as you can see in this particular picture, this is very, very cultural. So what happens is if my American students look at the picture, this is actually an advertising message from the company called Absolute Vodka, right? And you can see the guy is pregnant, the woman is running the household, she has a wine glass in her hand, the guy has a pet, so he's more like a homemaker, right? Something which is not true, really, it's exaggerated. But you know, when my American students look at the ad, they love that. They see the comic value, the humor in the ad in advertising. When my Chinese students look at the ad, they're like, okay, you know, things like that don't happen, so who cares, right? So they have a very neutral reaction to the ad. But when my French students look at the ad, they're like, this is completely absurd. You know, this is not possible. How can you even show an ad like this? This is so controversial. So they have a completely negative response to this particular advertising. And that's why I call it cultural, because it's very, very, we call it something called synchronic polysemy. So it's like multiple ad interpretations of the same advertising message. Again, students enjoyed. We have a lot of conversations with this. The next one that you see here is the diachronic polysemy. This is where, again, you have multiple ad interpretations, but not as a culture, but as an individual. So obviously, when the first time anyone looks at the ad, they see a poor animal hanging, and you feel bad, right? You feel that this is not a good ad. But then when you read the ad, it says the show mustn't go on, and then support animal-free circuses. Again, now you understand, okay, now I get it. This is a message, right? This is something where they're actually saying or supporting the animal-free circuses, and they're talking about animal abuse, things that we normally don't talk about in our real day life, right? And that's diachronic polysemy, where you started with not liking the message first, and now you like the message. So you have multiple ad interpretations of the same message. This is an example of slice of life advertising, where we have a woman enjoying with a child. The other example here that you see is a slice of death. Again, this particular ad shows shows the women abuse and all that. And again, this is actually from UAE. And this is where you show the negative side of things just to have a public it's like a PSA, like a public service announcement, where you're talking about issues which matters globally all over the world. The next one is anthropomorphism. Again, something that the students really absolutely love. Because this is where you have non-humans behaving like humans, right? So you have an M&M ad, right, where the M&Ms behave like humans. We have this Tide detergent ad where the clothes are behaving like humans. And then, of course, who can miss the social robotics part of it? And where the robots have those big eyes and the facial features and the voice incorporated, and they behave like humans. So they are all anthropomorphic, a concept that's actually gaining a lot of acceptance in today's society. Okay, now coming to our students' achievements, I'm going to be very quick on it. The students have presented their research everywhere. They have, even during the tough COVID times, as Dr. Gaston and Dr. Amit Arora was talking about, our students have been working on COVID-19 and the impacts on the society, on the global economy. So whether it's by artificial intelligence and COVID-19 in marketing, or whether it's financial technology, clean technology during COVID-19, or there's artificial intelligence and social robotics during COVID-19. So you have a variety of topics that they work on. And every year in the fall semester, we do this conference, thanks to Dr. Alex Tan and Dr. Hua and Dr. Hua and Dr. Amit Arora and Adil. They really bring together this conference, which is where our students get to have a platform to present their research. So this year again, we had this this happened in December. Then we had the Summer Online Academy that again happens every year, thanks to our support from the National Science Foundation. The dates are always July end, where as high schooler students, they come on board and we talk to them about getting incorporated with the UDC School of Business and Public Administration. Here we have more conferences where students have been participated and they competed with the universities worldwide. You can see the list of the universities right here. And the students have won the best conference paper award. So this was a team that won the best conference paper award. And we have honorable mentions and even the first, second, third award given to UDC as well. Well, that brings me to the end of my presentation. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Arora. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, thank you for your amazing presentation. One of the great things about marketing is that it can convince you that you need things that you want. I love that part of marketing. Dr. Fang Shu, we shall take it over to you.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to this open house, and let me share my slides here. Okay, so I think all of you can see my screen. I didn't here. Okay.
No, we cannot see just it. Okay, here we are.
Okay. So I should look at, yeah, this. However, yeah, my name is Feng Xu, an associate professor at School of Business Public Management, specifically in Business Management Department at UDC. So today I would like to present one specific unique concentration in management department here. It's business analytics. So business analytics simply, it's, people talking a lot. Now it's popular. It's a very hot area in this decade. So basically speaking, it's simply the process of transforming using the quantitative and statistic tools to transform the data into meaningful insights to make better decisions. And also, we know following the rapid development of IT technologies in recent 10 to 15 years, we see the exploding accumulation of the new data, and with not only the amount and also, of course, different variabilities, all those kind of things. So people call that big data. So just to consider, like say, every second in business world, there are more than 1.7 megabytes new data recorded. And also consider like using Google. I think everyone using Google. So every year there are more than 1.2, trillion searches online using Google only. And also considering more than 6 billion people using smartphones, all activities, were recorded. Whenever a smartphone responds to something, whenever you use it. So all these kind of things, so make the data available, but it's in accumulate with exploding speed. So all different kinds of organizations, especially the business world, they need to find new ways to use the data more effectively. So in that case, they can, realize more informed decision making and increase the revenue and also the operating efficiencies. And nowadays, based on this kind of big data, based on this trend, so all those successful solutions for business problems, they are relying on, the database. So you have to use the data effectively. And also in regarding to business analytics. So in this field, definitely, since it's become, more and more popular. So there's a promising career prospect. So definitely for students taking, concentration in this field, just to consider there are a huge amount of shortage of the business analysts in the market. So like based on McKinsey study claimed 2 years ago, they claimed 2 years ago there were 1.5 million shortage of people, work those kind of for those business analyst positions. And of course, IBM conducted a research last year. They just reported there are more than like 2.7 million openings in business analyst type of positions. And of course, for the next 10 years, so Bureau of Labor Statistics, they also claimed that the rapid growth of the business analyst type of job positions in the market compared to the industry average, only 4% increase for next 10 years. They predicted that for business analyst type of job positions, the growth rate would be more than 27%. So basically speaking, when students taking business analytics concentration, so they will learn, basically business analytics covers 3 types of skills. So using the data-driven approaches, they will learn how to describe. So there are descriptive analytics, there are predictive analytics, also there are prescriptive analytics, those different theories, tools. So basically descriptive, they just describe what happened. Then the second category, tools, models, students will learn to predict what will happen. Then, of course, if something happened, what's the best course of actions to make the best decisions using optimization tools or those type of things? That's for prescriptive. Then students in this major or in this concentration, so definitely they will be trained with strong analytical skills, not only in quantitative and statistical modeling parts. And of course, they will get solid training in programming skills, especially how to apply, using Python, using R, and using Visual Basic, those language to carry out analysis. And this type of, offer a unique blend of technology and business management theory, because students taking also other core courses in business field, in management areas. So in that case, they will develop a unique set of mindset and skills to apply to the business field, to carry out analysis, to solve the business problems from a different perspective, from a data-driven perspective. So these are very unique tools we would offer to our students concentrated in business analytics. So as we mentioned, we prepare students with all those required and solid quantitative, technical, and computational skills, and by offering them the tailored courses. So, and also, those courses were offered by experienced faculty members like Dr. Hua, Dr. Wu are experts in programming, and also Dr. Amit Arora and I, Dr. Sergey, and also other faculty members would offer trainings in other analytical skills, optimization skills, all those type of things. Also, of course, our department offer some unique internship opportunities for our students, so to obtain the working experience before graduation. So in which case, provide a solid background for them to get a better prospect of in the future career. And talking about the concentration, so students are required to take almost the same credit hours to complete the degree. Of course, students they are interested in dual concentration, they can take additional courses to get a second concentration in other fields. And for business analytics, we require students to take 4 required courses in dealing with programming, in dealing with analytics. And of course, there are other 2 electives students are required to take, which case students can apply, the analytics skills they learn in different fields in business world, in management theories. Like say, students can elect the marketing analytics, they can elect the financial analytics, they can elect analytics in logistics, those kind of fields. So we just offer certain kind of such kind of curriculum. So in which case it's integrate different, management and the business analysis theories and models together. And of course, in talking about attractiveness of the program here of the business analytics, including other concentrations as other faculty members already introduced. So first of all, we locate in a unique, a very ideal location in the center of the world. So definitely there are other schools, also some schools also offer business analytics, that major. So we would like to mention second, we offer a small setting, as close interaction between faculty members and students, not like in other biggest, or those other universities. Normally students are dealing with only teaching assistant or research assistant only, not dealing with the professor. But in our case here, students are dealing with, interact with faculty members on a daily basis. So that's very unique for our students. And of course, we are the only public university in DC. So that's another thing we are offering affordable programs to our students. Just considering you only pay less than 10% of the cost to get the same quality, high quality training. So also, as we some other faculty members already mentioned, or some of you already noticed, for business program, also for school business program of UDC, as once was awarded, the rank #1 among the best affordable business programs in this country in 2019. So those kind of unique attractiveness. So we would like to welcome our students here. and hopefully some of you will join our program. Also, in my case, I would like to see you guys, join business analytics concentration program. So thank you all. Yeah, that's all for my presentation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shu. And I just want to reiterate that in order for us to have become the #1 university in the United States for most affordable business school, that is a testament to the faculty that we have. And I, for one, am very humbled to be working with such a brilliant group of individuals who is really passionate about their craft. So I know that I have Dr. who is coming next, but I just wanted to take this time to say something. When Dr. Fang Shu was given his presentation and he spoke about the data-driven approach and that the students are engaged in predictive behavior, I also thought about how that goes hand in hand with our law class, because every student who enroll in our law classes, they have to give an oral presentation, and that oral presentation is oftentimes based on something that is going on in the world right now. And so they have to choose a news strip directly from the headlines, and they have to identify the legal issue in that article. They have to apply the rule of law, and they have to apply how the facts of the case align with the element of the rule. But the most important job in that exercise is to predict the outcome of the case. And so almost always what the students do is they tend to follow that case even when the class is over. And then I always get an email to say, oh my God, Professor Gaston, guess what? The case outcome is exactly as I predicted. So I'm saying that to say, whether it's in a law class where you have to study business ethics and see how that apply to marketing with the robots who are engaging in marketing, or whether you have to go and actually listen to an oral argument presented in the United States Supreme Court, or whether or not you actually have to go to a courthouse and have a conversation with a federal judge who discuss with you all the business cases that have come before the court. The point is that our school is highly competitive, and so even though it is a business school, a lot of the students who have come to our law classes have ended up going to law school, and that is because law school recognize business degrees as the top choice for entering law school. So when we say that a business degree is the most versatile asset you can have, we really do mean that. So the unique thing about having a business degree is that whether it's marketing or logistics, trade, or management information system, you are trained in critical thinking, which is absolutely unique to get through this world. Only 6% of the world population have a college degree. So it's up to 6% of us to solve the world's problems. And whether or not you choose marketing or management or what have you, you are gaining a unique set of skills that is, how do I put it, transferable regardless of where you go in life. So if you're ever undecided about what to do, you can always choose business, because in the end, it will always take you to that pot of gold that people always talk about. So speaking of pot of gold, I'm going to now take it over to Dr. Hu, who is going to present on the management information system. And as you know, we're now in the world of tech, where this is more urgent than ever. So, Dr. Wu, are you ready? Oh, you're on mute. Let's see. You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Share my screen?
Yes. Are you able to share your screen? Is that your question?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
This, I think, I'm running this on my web browser.
Mhm.
So, okay, can you see it?
No, not yet.
Let me see. Okay.
Dr. Wu, you may send your slides to Dr. Gaston or Dr. Hua, and maybe they can share the screen.
Yes. If it's
Yeah. It is sharing.
okay, let's see. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, we're good here.
Can you see the slide?
It's being shared. It's starting to share. Yes, we can.
So first of all, what is management information systems? So management information systems is not just the information technology. It has three components. So that is people, information, and the technology. So it is about working with people based on their requirements, based on their needs, use technology to create business values to them, to help them to make their decisions better and faster. So apart from taking the core courses in Department of Management, and MS students need to take 6 courses in technology. So that is programming, database, networking, internet development, systems analysis, and design. We know that there are 2 different worlds. In the technology world, computer science people do not know business very well. On the other hand, in the business world, business people don't know technology. And that is the advantage of our students, because we serve as the bridge to connect the technology world with the business world, to create the business values to organizations. And that is why in the past 20 years, we see a dramatic increase in MS job positions. And this trend is going to continue. And this slide shows the major positions, titles that our students will take after they graduate. And as you can see, first of all, the payment is very good, very decent. On the other hand, for the next 10 years, we are going to see, an increase for those positions. So here, this MS concentration is, very, very good concentration. So if you have any question about it, please email me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still presenting, Doc? Because your screen is still being shared.
Oh, stop sharing. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Hu. Do we have any questions so far? No? Okay. So one of the key things that I always tell my students in my law classes is that as an attorney, I get to impact life one person or one company at a time. As a business person, you get to impact millions at one time, because when you are a manager, the decision that you make within your company, that decision is going to have a global impact right then and there, whether it's supply chain, whether it's marketing, whether it's MIS, whether it's business analytics. And so oftentimes the powerful thing about a business degree is that somebody on the other part of the planet who you don't know is depending on the decision that you make in that boardroom or in that office, right? The other, does anyone have any question? Did someone say something? No? Okay, so the other degree that we have in the School of Business and Public Administration is the Hospitality and Tourism Management degree. That degree is unique because it's a 2+2. You must have an associate degree before you enter that program. You must have a AS or a AAS. So once you come in, you only complete the program in 2 years. If you have an AAS, then you will end up taking 3 more classes. We are currently in the process of solidifying externships within the industry. One of the great thing about the hospitality degree program is that we are in Washington, D.C., which is a tourist haven, whether it's restaurants, whether it's hotels, whatever it is, we have it. And so one of the key excitement that this program brings is that once someone solidify an internship, it doesn't have to be downtown DC. You can get on a plane and you can go to Disney, or you can go to wherever the internship is going to be for an entire semester, and they're paying for it. They're paying for your plane, they're paying for your bus, they're paying for your lodge, right? And you get the credits that you need to graduate. So that is the latest degree that we have. It's the BS in Hospitality, Tourism and Management. But once again, it's a 2+2. So when you come to us, you must already have earned your associate's degree. Okay. Do we have any questions from any of the presentations thus far?
I just want to add something here. I know Dr. Brown Gaston was talking about hospitality, and I think it's such a well-connected degree in business that, it's connected to operations, to supply chain, to marketing, to management, right? And that's what the essence of our School of Business and Public Administration is all about. We have these interconnections which are there. We don't operate in silos. And the real examples, of course, is a degree like hospitality and tourism management. And then we have a degree like logistics and international trade. It's so well connected with all the streams of business in it. So, and we're very happy that our students really enjoy those. They see those connections and they enjoy it. And it's not just a connection within the business, it's also a connection with the STEM fields as well. So,
yes, and so one of the highlights to that program is that you have to do 1 year of a foreign language. You can do that 1 year as a study abroad in China, in Brazil, Colombia, right? It doesn't have to be Spanish. It could be French. It could be, whatever it is that you decide to do. But any other questions about our illustrious School of Business and Public Administration? We are a very small school. We are more family nurture. We know each student by name, as Dr. Aurora had previously mentioned. We have an alumni that is absolutely fierce, whether it's there at the headquarters of Walmart, they're in the FBI, they're in the Fortune 500 company. I remember about a couple years ago, we received an email from the District Leadership Program. That is one of the most competitive program in the United States. And so how that works is that students across the United States apply who work within the varied agencies in DC. And so it got to the point that they would specifically ask for our students because based on the experience of the interns that they have received, we knocked it out the ballpark, and they have been so impressed. I even remember us receiving commentary from top accounting firms where they have expressed how that your students know how to write these memos like that. No other student can do that, right? But that is because of the legal research and writing that they have to endure. When our students go to these internships or the job opportunities, next to them are the Georgetown or the George Washingtons or the what have you. But at the end of the day, you are sitting next to who are supposed to be the creme de la creme, because you also have that unique and elite education and experience. The only difference is that you pay a whole lot less for the same quality. So I really hope that you, consider this as you make your decision about your future. Higher education is a business. And so if you have to think about it and you said, okay, well, A and B offer me the exact same thing, and they are accredited by the exact same folks, but A is $2 and B is $10. Well, it doesn't really take, a very wise person for you to make the decision. That is a wise business decision, right? If I'm going to pay less for more, then, we only ask that you have that be the first business decision that you make. We also have a professor who teaches entrepreneurship, and she's not here with us. But as you can see, 99% of American business is small businesses. And so even if you don't decide to do a 9-to-5 job or 10-to-6 job and you want to become a entrepreneur, this is also the place where you can also learn best, because a lot of our professors, even though we're professors, we are still entrepreneurs. And so I have found that we have turned out to be amazing mentors. And so the relationships that we have forged with our students go well beyond the classroom. And so we just hope that you will give us the opportunity, to plant seeds in your life as you make your decision to move on. So, do we have any other questions for any of our faculty members?
Yes,
Yes.
Larry Hall.
Yes.
I was mostly intrigued by the business analytics and MIS.
Mhm.
My question is, how can those two be combined in obtaining a degree?
Okay, so all right, so what you would have to do is, and I don't know off my head if some of the classes in the concentration for business analytics and MIS are the same, but what could happen most likely is you can try to get the 1 degree with the 2 concentrations. Most likely, the additional courses would not be a whole lot more, because some of the courses for both of them, I believe, cross over. Is that right, Dr. Wu and Dr. Shu? Do you have any courses
Yeah, I think,
common
yeah.
within
Michael,
your?
I'll jump in. I think that's you answered it correctly. So you can combine concentration, you can focus on BBA management with dual concentration. And so it will be a customized program, and they'll review that. And you absolutely can do both MIS and business analytics. And if you want to add a third one, that's available as well. And so we're trying to work with you that one class can satisfy multiple electives. So depending on which classes you take, we'll tell you exactly. So, but sometimes, and we've tried to design it that your fundamental program doesn't extend beyond 121 credits. It may have to be 1 or 2 classes more, depending on, but we'll try to work with you.
Oh, okay. Now this is a BS degree, right?
BBA, Bachelor in Business Administration,
Okay.
in Management, and then you can select multiple concentrations, dual, triple, and so on.
Okay. All
And
right.
that would be a great concentration, because both of them are very needed in the market. So MIS, Management, and Business Analytics, that's something that, at least if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, that's something that's seek out by almost any employer, whether it's corporate or government.
Okay. I've never heard any group of professors put it together, present it like this. So thank you very much.
And we thank you, Mr. Hall.
Okay.
Thanks for participating.
Do we have any more questions?
Hello, guys. I'm Arlene. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello. Ms.
Hi,
Marshall.
hi. It's so good to see some faces. Hi, Professor Brown Gaston and some
Good to
other
see you.
professors. I want to say that I just really enjoy, I really enjoyed the presentation. It's my second time coming to this presentation. The first time I let some of it slide at the beginning of the semester. Now it's the end of the semester, and I'm very excited about what I'm hearing and learning. I am going to be emailing you, Dr. Anshu Aurora, because I'm interested in combining. I'm doing a marketing concentration now, but it sounds like I can get the lit and supply chain management in there somehow. So I'm definitely interested in doing that. So I just want to let you know, look for an email from me. And I just want to say thank you to all the professors and faculty at the business management. I'll be a junior next year, so I'm excited. And I want to make sure that I'm going in the right direction with the classes and everything. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So Arlene, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the LET concentration along with marketing. And as Dr. Ivanov was saying, really, when you have marketing and LET, you don't add any extra cost. We work with you. We customize the program. Thanks to Dr. Ivanov and his beautiful group of students. They will actually be your advisors for the program. And again, I'll be there to assist you as well. So you can always send me an email anytime. Now, actually, I'll put it in the chat as well so that anyone who wants to send their email can do that. Thank you. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you for your engagement with this. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Hall.
I forgot to mention that how, and anyone can answer this. I have a couple of masters already. One is in information system and the other one's in education. How do you all take that and bring it all together in doing this BBA?
So all right. So, once you already have a degree, in order to get a degree from the university, you have to have 30 residency requirements. So once the advisor sits with you, the only courses we will be focusing on is that within the business school, because you'll be exempt from all the general wide requirements. And so once we have the goal would try to fit everything you need within those 30 credits. If we go over, I don't suspect it would be by much, because you already have a master's degree, right? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention also, I did the residential courses. I did do an associate. I graduated with an associate from UDC, so I didn't want to leave that out.
Right. So because you will be receiving a degree from a new program, in order to get a degree from any program within the university, you have to have at least 30 residency credits. So what we would do is we would sit and we would do an analysis of the courses that you need for that particular degree and extract the courses that you have already done and see whatever is left. Whatever is left would be whatever you would take.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and on a side note, I think you would enjoy our program because we're so diverse and we're vertically diverse. So you will have your own peers. So our program doesn't consist of all the high school graduates, but it's a whole mix of people in their mid-careers as well as people in the sort of in the high end of their career. So you'll enjoy from that beneficial experience. And I think my hunch is we're probably the only school that has such a great vertical and horizontal diversity, and we'll benefit from your experiences as well. So we all, particularly most of us, like when people come in with their work experiences, real experiences, and you can bring that into the classroom. So we welcome you. I think you'll find a good and warm and home environment here.
I fully agree.
Anyone else have any questions? Questions? Lanika, do you have any questions for us? No?
Hi, I just wanted to say the presentation was really great. Sorry, can you see me?
Yes. Yes.
I graduated with an engineering degree from the School of Engineering from UDC, but I'm looking to kind of apply into different consulting companies. So I just kind of have been doing my own little research and was just learning a lot through this presentation as well about what's out there in the different fields, just before I take that next step. But this was a great presentation. I'm glad that I joined.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and take a look at different graduate programs. And not necessarily our school, but take a look if you're interested in consulting and think probably a business degree, at least in my field, that's where you would go. And so we're offering a pretty, I think, and a quite good MBA program. But if take a step further and go for a graduate degree in the field that you feel sort of passionate and interested in.
Yeah,
I would love to
yeah.
have you as our student, but take a look at anything that's available. And so if you need more information about our MBA, just let us know and reach out.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you.
And our MBA, actually, just to let you know, slightly different from all other schools, is that you can complete it almost within under a year. So it's structured differently. So you take 2 classes sort of in 1 semester, 2 quarters. So
Wow.
within 8 weeks, you take 2 classes every 8 weeks, and you graduate fairly expeditiously. So take a look if you're interested in consulting. That will fit right in. And all of us are in that degree: Dr. Watt, Dr. Auroras, Dr. Wood, Dr. Frank Zhu, myself, and so we run Professor Gaston. So take a look, and if you're in consulting, hopefully we can help you there as well. And then when you become a big consultant, we'll like a donation to the school.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to that point, but definitely I'll reach out if I have any questions.
Thank you for attending. If you have really any questions about marketing or lit or anything, please feel free to reach out. I know we have the STEM business focus program.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I know you said, and I'm an engineer myself, so I do see that with engineering, MBA fits perfectly well.
Right.
So, I mean, I would always encourage any of the engineers out there to go ahead and take their MBA for sure.
Yeah, that's something I'm considering, so that's
great.
You know, so that is the great thing about our program is that our professors are not just you know, academia. We are lawyers, we're engineers, we are business consultants. We are actually in the field practicing right now. And so when we come to you in the classroom, such as my class, I actually bring the cases I have with my clients and give it to my students, you know, to work out. So that is the advantage that you get within our school, is that you are getting hands-on training to actually prepare you for when you graduate. It's not just the textbook and the memorizing. It's like, here is the situation, solve it, right? And so that is what makes us so unique. Mr. Tucker, have you any questions for us?
No, I don't. I'd just like to congratulate you on making a superb presentation. I graduated from the District of Columbia Teachers College a long time ago. And I've been impressed with the number of times I've seen webinars and online activities being provided by the faculty of the University of the District of Columbia. Congratulations to you. I'm glad that I was able to be a participant in this forum. Thank you, and have a continued super great and wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. And we thank you.
Thank you so much.
I got one more question.
Yes,
one
Mr.
more, just one more. I wanted to know I wanted to also matriculate on to a PhD. What PhD programs do you all have, a doctoral program you'll have at UDC?
Oh, go ahead.
The only one I know of is the one in urban leadership, and I believe that is in the College of right. Yeah, that's in causes.
So university has just started with the PhD program. So the program was launched, I believe, a year or 2 ago, and they have extraordinary students, and it's a PhD in leadership and urban entrepreneurship from a different college. As far as the PhD program at our college, right now we're going through an active AACSB accreditation for all of the current programs, which I believe is scheduled to be hopefully completed either next fall or next spring, within the next academic year. So our internal plans are that as soon as we attain the AACSB accreditation, afterward the college will start developing its own PhD program in business administration and management. And so by the time, hopefully, that you will graduate with the undergraduate and then hopefully with the graduate degree, the PhD program will be there. It will probably about 2 to 3 years away should everything go well and there are no more pandemics, crisis, and any other minor events. But that's a plan. So and I've looked at the university program. It's terrific. I think that where we have started, and so more in upcoming.
Okay, can you expedite it?
I think we can. My personal take, and I will deviate from the faculty, so it's my personal is Sergey Ivanov. So I think my students want it, things happen. So if more students want it and they petition it to the dean, to the faculty, to the administration, things happen. If students are passive, nothing will happen. So help us out. There is every single faculty here wants a PhD program. I know Dr. Arora wants it. We all want it, and so the dean wants it. And so that's our plan. So as soon as we get approved for accreditation next year, the following step is the development of new innovative master's program and as well as a PhD programs to make sure that everything flows together. So when a student comes to the university, they start with the undergraduate and they're the path to graduate with an, which is what most important to us, with an AACSB accredited PhD degree, because when you graduate, you need to have a certain accreditation for your degree to be conferred and accepted by other schools. So when students graduate from here, if the degree is properly accredited, you can easily find, not easily, but I think you can find a job in a comparable college worldwide, and that's very important to us. So we're going through that systemically and diligently.
Yes. So, one of the things I believe I had previously mentioned is how proud I am of our alum. I know that we currently have an alum who is working at NASA, and that's because he was part of the LIT concentration. I received a call last week from the FBI, who is about to hire another 4 students who is graduating next week. I know that we have quite a bit of students who are already employed and they have not yet crossed the graduation stage. So one of the great things about our school is the employability of our students. And I know that that we are a best kept secret, but we don't want to be a best kept secret anymore, right? We want the world to know that,
Well, we are not the best kept secret. I think the school is, and people say it's the best kept. I think it's one of the best schools in the DC area. And since we're on record and we'll go on YouTube, so we're competing, and I think there is a social movements happening in the United States nowadays, and I think that what you have here, and you're receiving a superior, high quality, high-end education at extraordinarily capable professors. I think for the past few years we've received our instructors, nation and international recognized faculty members at par, if not beyond, that you would find at comparable schools, for example, GW, Georgetown, Harvard University, and I would even challenge such as Harvard and other universities. At the same time, we don't want to take all your money and put you in a $500,000 debt. So you can receive a highest quality education at a fairly reasonable price. I think we're named as a #1 affordable university in the United States. And that is actually personal to me. That's something that's very important, that you can get a high-class, a world-class education, which is transferable all over the world. And so we're very proud of that. We're working on that. We love our students, as Professor Gaston said. Alumni get job, and hopefully you come to us and you get a continuation of your career. Help us out. Would love to have you here, and sort of.
Statehood would help that too.
And the full exactly right.
See, one thing I'd like to note here is that our students get to work on different fields, like Professor Gaston was saying. The NASA internships happened, and then we have the National Science Foundation. I remember when I was doing my MBA, such things were not even there. MBA was strictly like business. So we were not talking about STEM, we were not talking about artificial intelligence. But right now, we have the National Science Foundation internship going on. And I know we are recommended for yet another grant by the National Science Foundation in the field of artificial intelligence and social robotics. And we will be hiring graduate students for that. So I know, Lonika, you had a question about the graduate internships and what the MBA will look like. So I think the MBA of tomorrow is going to be very interdisciplinary. It's not just going to be business or marketing or silos or management. It's going to be someone who can take over STEM and who can also take over, the business at the same time. So, for example, right now, I know that NSF, they have the theme about social robotics, right? It's not about robots. It's not about designing or developing robots. It's about, how can robots really interfere in our social spheres? We see robots all around us, right? We see those autonomous iRobots all around us, cleaning our floors or doing things for us. And how do people react to that? So the consumer responses, the consumer behavior, things like business implications of those social robotics is now getting more important, right? And that's where we all fit in, right? And that's the reason why our students are getting opportunities to work with NASA or with National Science Foundation or with other science-related fields. So, and I think the future looks really bright to us. That's what I'll say.
And one thing that is unique with us, we have 7 minutes because we're business school, and we mean when we say 1.5 hours, that's what we mean. So, one thing I like about our professor is that we cross-publish. So I'm law, and I would publish with Dr. Anshu Arora with marketing, or I would publish with someone in public administration. So we don't stay in silo, and so because it's business, we identify how we all connect, and then the professors get together and they do cross publication. So that is one thing. So when we're in our classrooms, we are actually, the students are now beginning to see how the marketing class connect to the business ethics class, connect to the supply chain management class, because at the end of the day, we're creating one product, and so we see how all the link connect. Okay, with that, any question? We have 6 minutes. We're a business school. We mean what we say what we mean.
Yes, indeed.
And we have to set the example for our students. So I believe this is scheduled for 1.5 hours. And if not a question, I could turn it over to our chairperson who can sign us out. Thank you so much for being a part of our open house today. We should have the recording, and if you would like a copy, then the chairperson can send you that copy if you had registered for this. If not, you can send me an email at rgaston@udc.edu, and I can also send you a copy of this. And as Dr. Hua mentioned previously, we'll also have a copy on the YouTube page. We'll have a copy on the website for School of Business.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Dr. Hua, you can take us out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming. Had a wonderful day. Time.
Okay, enjoy your time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Stay safe. No
Have a great day.
Right.
Wear your mask. See you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, professors.
I guess we're still recording the session, so can we stop recording?
Okay, let me stop the recording.